Did you know? There exists an ancient version of the Bible with stories unlike anything most of the world has ever heard. In this version, the story of Adam and Eve unfolds in a completely different way. Eve is not created from Adam's rib, but from divine light. This text is the Ethiopian Bible, a profound mystery in religious history, discovered in ancient monasteries on Ethiopian islands. These sacred books have revolutionized our understanding of human origins. The Ethiopian Bible, written approximately 1,500 years ago in the ancient Ge'ez language, hails from a time when the Roman Empire still stood. Remarkably, it contains 81 books, far more than the 66 books of the Protestant Bible or the 73 of the Catholic Bible. Among these additional texts are the Book of Enoch and the Book of Jubilees, once thought lost for millennia. These writings describe a Garden of Eden vastly different from the simple garden depicted in Genesis, a place where heaven and earth met and divine light flowed like crystal rivers. But why do these differences matter? They go beyond mere variations in storytelling. Each detail offers profound insights into how ancient people understood their origins, their connection to the Creator, and the nature of sin. In this video, we'll explore three key aspects. 1. How the Ethiopian Bible describes the creation of Adam and Eve. 2. Unique revelations about the Garden of Eden and humanity's fall. 3. The timeless lessons these differences provide for us today. This journey is more than a study of history or religion. It's a glimpse into how an ancient text from Ethiopia can reshape our view of ourselves and our place in the universe. For instance, the Book of Kinast, 3:12-5, details the origin of humanity, describing how the Creator sent angels to the four corners of the universe: east where the sun rises, west where the sunset glows, north where snow lies, and south where heat reigns, to gather the dew of heaven. This illustrates the intricate care in creating the first human being, far removed from the straightforward account in Genesis. Even more astonishing is the act of breathing life into Adam. According to the Book of Kafal, 2:20-27, when Adam's form was complete, the Creator did not merely give him life, but imbued him with extraordinary gifts, the breath of life. Instead of merely breathing life into Adam, the Creator placed within him a divine spark, a fragment of his own spirit. This spark illuminated Adam's eyes, making them as clear as crystal and granting him the ability to see even the invisible. The Book of Enoch, 12:12-8, describes an extraordinary moment when Adam first opened his eyes. The light emanating from them was so brilliant that it illuminated the entire Garden of Eden. The angels had to shield their eyes from this radiance, for it bore the same essence as the divine light of the Creator. These details are more than poetic embellishments. They suggest a profound understanding of humanity's divine nature. The fact that Adam was formed from the earth of all four corners of the universe symbolizes humans as holistic beings, embodying the balance of nature's opposing elements. The Book of Cast, 3:28-30, adds that the Creator taught Adam the language of angels, enabling him to comprehend the universe's deepest secrets. Adam was given the ability to name all things according to their true nature, for the light of divine understanding shone in his eyes. This implies that the first human language was not merely a collection of symbols, but a tool for understanding and interacting with the essence of creation. Perhaps the origin of ancient beliefs in the power of words and spells. While Adam's story is awe-inspiring, the revelations about Eve are even more astonishing. Contrary to the familiar Genesis narrative, Eve was not created from Adam's rib. According to the Book of Chron-Nagast, 4:8-12, while Adam slept, the Creator took the purest light from the morning stars and crystallized it into the form of Eve. Her body radiated a soft glow like moonlight, and her soul was imbued with angelic wisdom. This account offers a fresh perspective on gender equality in the creation story. The Book of Kuale, the third prologue in chapter 3, emphasizes that Eve was not a mere extension of Adam, but an independent creation with her own divine light. She was granted the ability to perceive and understand things beyond Adam's grasp. This portrayal highlights a unique and complementary partnership between the two, enriched by their individual gifts. The relationship between Adam, Eve, and the Creator is depicted with striking intimacy. The Book of Enoch, 15:8-11, describes how, every morning, as dew glistened on the grass, they could hear the Creator's footsteps in the garden. His voice resonated like melodious music, and his presence bathed the garden in a golden glow. The Ethiopian Bible's portrayal of Adam and Eve's special abilities and their connection with the Creator presents a profound and inspiring view of humanity's origins. Astonishing insights from the Ethiopian Bible. The Book of Kunas, 5-15-18, reveals that Adam and Eve possessed extraordinary abilities. They could see the invisible, hear the voices of angels, and understand the language of all creatures. Their eyes, illuminated by the light of divine wisdom, allowed them to see both the past and the future. However, with such extraordinary gifts came great responsibilities. The Book of Kufa, 3:20-23, warns that, with greater power comes greater responsibility. Adam and Eve were given the freedom to choose, but also had to bear the consequences of their choices. This marked the first covenant between the Creator and humanity. This raises a critical question. If Adam and Eve were created so perfectly, what led to their fall, and why were these extraordinary abilities lost? The answer lies in the Garden of Eden and the story of temptation, a tale that the Ethiopian Bible recounts with remarkable and unexpected details. According to the Ethiopian Bible, the Garden of Eden was not just a physical location on earth, but a sacred space where the material and spiritual worlds converged. The Book of Kinest, 6:1-5, describes it as being set on a high mountain where earth touched heaven. 4 crystal rivers, flowing from the mountain's peak, carried divine light rather than ordinary water. The air of the garden was imbued with the essence of eternal life, and every breath brought wisdom. The relationship between Adam, Eve, and the Creator was uniquely intimate. The Book of Kafal, 4:8-12, recounts how, at sunset, when twilight bathed the garden in gold, the Creator would appear as pure light. Adam and Eve conversed directly with him, learning the universe's secrets and the language of all creatures. The Ethiopian Bible also presents a fascinating perspective on the rules of the garden. The Ethiopian Book of Enoch, 16:17-19, describes 3 sacred trees: the tree of life, granting immortality; the tree of knowledge, offering understanding of all things; and the tree of light, the source of divine energy. Adam and Eve were permitted to eat from the trees of life and light, but were forbidden to approach the tree of knowledge until they reached full spiritual maturity. This suggests a divine plan for gradual human spiritual development, contrasting with the conventional interpretation of a simple prohibition. The Book of Kebra Nagast, 7:43-7, further describes the garden's beauty. The ground was as clear as crystal, reflecting heavenly light. Flowers emitted angelic music when the wind passed through them, and every creature glowed with its own light, creating a symphony of sound and brilliance. The story of temptation in the Ethiopian Bible is equally striking. The Book of Kufa, 5:1-5, reveals that the tempter did not appear as a serpent, but as a radiant being of light, resembling an angel. It didn't merely speak words, but created illusions of the future and promises of limitless power. The Book of Kinast, 8:12-16, details how the tempter didn't offer Eve knowledge alone, but the power to create, light and life, like the Creator himself. It showed her visions of a world she could shape with her own laws of nature. The consequences of their disobedience were profound. The Ethiopian Book of Enoch, 17:8-11, recounts that when Eve gave the forbidden fruit to Adam, their crystal-clear eyes began to dim, and the divine light within them faded. For the first time, they felt darkness, not just externally, but within their very souls. The Book of Kinast, 9:1-4, describes the tragic moment when the Creator appeared in the garden that afternoon. Adam and Eve could no longer look directly at his light. not because he had changed, but because they had lost their ability to perceive the divine. These revelations are far more than additional details. They provide a transformative perspective on the nature of sin and the fall. It is not merely about breaking a rule, but about abandoning one's divine nature in pursuit of personal ambition. This profound narrative challenges us to reflect on the human journey, our divine potential, and the consequences of our choices. Restoring what was lost, a journey of redemption. Can humanity ever recover the extraordinary abilities and divine connection it once possessed? This profound question finds its answer in the Ethiopian Bible, which sheds light on the consequences of the fall and the path to redemption. Have you ever wondered why humans, across cultures, often feel incomplete, as though something essential is missing? The Ethiopian Bible provides a remarkable explanation. The Book of Kebran Est, 10:1-5, describes the first consequence of the fall. When the divine light left Adam and Eve, their bodies became heavy and dark. Nature itself transformed, flowers ceased producing angelic music, the ground lost its crystalline clarity, and the language of all creatures became incomprehensible. The Book of Kafal, 6:8-12, goes even further, describing the cosmic impact of this event. The fall of Adam and Eve created a rift in the fabric of reality, preventing heavenly light from flowing freely to earth. The four crystal rivers of Eden gradually turned to ordinary water, and the distance between heaven and earth widened. This isn't merely a moral or spiritual loss, but a fundamental change in the structure of existence, explaining why the world often feels incomplete or lacking. The Ethiopian Book of Enoch, 18:15-19, adds that before the fall, Adam and Eve could see both past and future, understand the language of angels, and feel the Creator's presence in every breath. After the fall, they were confined to perceiving only the material world, and the memory of their lost abilities became a source of profound sorrow. A particularly striking detail appears in the Book of Conast, 11-3-7, which recounts how, after the fall, Adam and Eve looked at each other and, for the first time, could not see each other's souls. Instead, they saw only their physical forms. This is why the text states they realized they were naked, not a reference to physical nudity, but to the nakedness of the soul, no longer cloaked in divine light. Perhaps the most profound lesson the Ethiopian Bible teaches about the fall is the interplay of freedom and responsibility. The Book of Kwale, 7:1-4, writes that, "The freedom to choose is the most divine gift bestowed upon humanity, but it is also the greatest test. Every choice not only shapes individual lives, but also affects the entire fabric of reality." The Ethiopian Bible also offers hope for redemption. The Ethiopian Book of Enoch, 19-12, reveals that while the divine light in humanity has dimmed, it has never been extinguished. Every soul retains a spark, a seed of its original divine potential. This spark is the foundation of humanity's hope for restoration. The Book of Conast, 12:25-9, emphasizes that the Creator's mercy doesn't erase the consequences of the fall, but provides humans with the opportunity to gradually restore what was lost. Every act of kindness, every moment of profound understanding, brightens the divine spark within the soul. This vision of redemption is both hopeful and practical, suggesting that humanity's journey is not about regaining paradise all at once, but about taking incremental steps to restore the divine light within and around us. Redemption is not a single moment, but a long and transformative journey of reconnecting with one's divine nature. The Book of Kwale, 8:16-18, emphasizes that the path to divine light is not about returning to the Garden of Eden, but about evolving to a higher state of consciousness, one that balances freedom of choice with living in harmony with divine will. Energized, exhilarated, renewed. These teachings aren't just reflections of an ancient past. They offer profound insights into humanity's current state and the road ahead. By understanding what was lost, we can begin the journey to reclaim our divine potential. This brings us to an important exploration. How do these insights compare with other religious traditions, and what is their significance today? The Hebrew Bible in Genesis 2:7 states that the Lord God formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, making him a living being. In contrast, the book of Kebran Liest, 3:12 through 15, describes how the Creator gathered earth from the four corners of the universe, each part infused with a unique divine quality, and breathed into it not just life, but a spark of his divine essence. This striking difference highlights a deeper view of human nature. While the Hebrew Bible underscores humanity's earthly origins, the Ethiopian Bible asserts an inherent divine nature. From the beginning, from the beginning, from the beginning, from the beginning of time, from the beginning. Similarly, the creation of Eve offers an illuminating contrast. Genesis 2:21 describes Eve as being formed from Adam's rib. The book of Kwali, 8 verse 12, however, states that Eve was created from pure light, independent of Adam, radiating her own divine essence. This progressive perspective portrays an original equality between genders, an idea still resonating in contemporary debates about gender roles and equality. The Ethiopian Book of Enoch provides another fascinating detail. Before the fall, Adam and Eve could understand the language of every creature, from the smallest ant to the stars in the sky. They were not rulers of nature, but its guardians and interpreters. This relationship shifted after the fall, and the Book of Kin Ost, 13:8-12, warns that losing the ability to listen to nature turns it into something to exploit rather than protect, a poignant parallel to today's environmental crisis. The fall, according to the Book of Kuale, 9:15-19, wasn't simply about eating forbidden fruit, but reflected humanity's desire to control and define the laws of nature rather than live in harmony with them. In an era dominated by artificial intelligence and biotechnology, this warning feels strikingly relevant. Despite humanity's fall, the Ethiopian Bible offers hope for restoration. The Ethiopian Book of Enoch, 21-37 spiritual, teaches that the divine spark within humanity, though dimmed, has never been extinguished. The journey back to divine light isn't about abandoning knowledge, but learning to use it with humility and in alignment with divine order. True progress lies in the balance between technological advancement and spiritual values. These ancient teachings provide a roadmap for modern challenges. The Book of Kana Gast, 14 verses 1 through 14:14, reminds us that each generation must balance knowledge and wisdom, progress and preservation, freedom and responsibility. The Ethiopian Bible's enduring message is clear. Humanity's extraordinary potential can only be realized through humility, compassion, and collective responsibility. In summary, 3 key lessons from the Ethiopian Bible stand out for the modern world. 1. Humans and nature. The Book of Kinast 15-7 teaches that humans are not masters of nature, but its guardians and interpreters. Losing our connection to nature diminishes our divine essence. 2. Gender equality. The creation of Eve as an independent being of light offers a powerful foundation for spiritual and gender equality, still a vital issue today. 3. Responsibility with knowledge and power. The Book of Kuale, final chapter, 2024, warns that knowledge should serve others, and power should nurture and protect, not dominate. In studying the Ethiopian Bible, the most striking revelation isn't its extraordinary details, but the consistency of its message. Humanity has immense potential, but achieving it requires humility, compassion, and a commitment to the greater good. When life is good, when the world is right, when righteousness is revealed. As the Ethiopian Book of Enoch, final chapter 25-28, concludes, each generation faces its own challenges, but the ultimate task remains the same: to live worthy of our divine potential while staying connected to one another and the divine. Thank you for exploring these profound insights. If you'd like to delve deeper into ancient texts and timeless wisdom, Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more discoveries. See you in the next video.